coming to you almost live with your host for tonight, Mr. Barth Kimball. Tonight, Barth's guest will be Danny Griffey, a young boy who plays with his hands. Billy Jenkins, a young boy who wants everybody to drink. George Krebs, who beats a drum while his wife Sally screams. And Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now here's your host and mine, Mr. Barth Kimball.
Thank you, Happy. Thank you very, very much, and good evening, and welcome again to Fernwood Tonight. I'm Barth Kimball, as he said so beautifully. Thank you, Jerry. You know, there's an old saying that an adult is simply a child, only taller. And there's a lot of truth there, I think, as we'll see tonight, because our guests tonight are some children and a couple of would-be or may well-be parents. And seeing these kids backstage in the green room, I don't know. And one of them, incidentally, was kind of nervous and gave the expression green room a whole new meaning. Anyway, speaking of children, Jerry Hubbard.
Kids are wonderful. You just can't beat kids, can you? Or did they change that law? Just kidding. Just kidding, and I think everyone knows it.
Jerry, do you have any children?
Do I have any children?
Well, you'd know if you did.
Yes, I guess I would. Those are those fast questions I don't have time to prepare for.
Absolutely. Well, we have children here on the show tonight. I think it'd be a good way for you to meet them, and if you like children, you might want to go out and find some lady and have one.
That's right.
Okay. I'll explain how that all works later on another show.
Okay.
My first guest is a bona fide child prodigy. You hear about him all the time, you know, where they come from. Well, we have one. He's a Fernwood resident and is a classical pianist. I know those people who are interested simply in ratings are thinking, whoops, okay, old Barth is committing entertainment suicide by having classical music. You know, ratings are nothing. Classical music isn't exactly, I guess, what you'd call a show business grabber.
That doesn't bother you, though, does it?
At
Because
all.
you're here to present the highest class.
As it is. If it's classical, if it's good, I want it right out there with no stuff.
That's as it
nothing.
should be.
Just art will survive, I think. I do say, you know, as I said before, the heck with the ratings. So I don't care. This kid is good, and he deserves a chance to do what he can do so well.
If it's a little too heavy, let the viewers just turn off that set for a while.
They can go over to F Troop.
That's true.
Right back.
Put on a rock and roll song.
Sure. Light my fire or something. They'll be back watching us in a minute, that's for sure. So please welcome right now a child, as I say, although you may just think he's a grown-up that's kind of short because he's so good. Please welcome Danny Griffey. Don't shake so hard. Don't want to break those
that's
fingers.
A grip.
Oh, that was wonderful. How's the water? Boy, that was fantastic. It's wonderful that someone your age can perform so professionally.
Yeah. How do you know when to turn those pages?
Well, I'm just naturally musical.
How about the rest of you, huh?
Well, I started playing piano.
That's all right, not you, son. We're talking to her.
Oh, well, I've really never had any lessons before, but...
Well, then this is your lucky night, isn't it?
They look like they belong on a piano, don't they? I mean that in a decorative sense.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Great little kid.
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking that kids are just wonderful. I'm so proud of them, and I'm glad to just be around and watch these young people being young.
Yep.
I think young people need encouragement, and we should accentuate the positive aspects of it. A lot of adults are very quick to criticize and badmouth kids, and that's not right. I mean, it's very easy to say, oh, young people, they have zits and pimples and blackheads on their face, and they have those silly voices that crack and they get squeaky and they're very annoying, and they have stringy hair and those awkward bodies that bump in everything and knock them down and break things, and they say dumb things like far out and I gotta get my head together, man, and they wear those stupid clothes, and they run up and down aisles at movie theaters, and they play that rock and roll music. You blast it till all hours of the day and night. It just drives you crazy. And of course they're lazy, people say, and they never give you messages, people say, and they have no responsibility, and a lot of them will start drinking before they're legal age and jump into a hot rod and zoom off down the highway at some breakneck speed and crash into another car and cause wrecks and havocs and raise all of our insurance rates. But I say, if you can't say something good about kids, don't say anything at all. Am I right?
Well, I think with that speech, I think Jerry certainly made an impression on you kids. At least hope it's not too lasting an impression, and certainly recognize you're right for doing what you did, which I think was a speech about children. I know I was born in a state of horror. Okay. We're going to be right back after this word, and maybe we'll have another speech from Jerry, or maybe he'll be fired. Who knows? See you then. Nice try, but after real music, Happy, you're in tough shape. Instead, we've had to move the girls here off the couch because we make room for new guests. I feel kind of bad about it. I want to make sure they don't go hungry, if you'll excuse me. Jerry, can I? It's something we do here on our show. Maybe some of the other talk shows might want to try it, too. We have celery with cream cheese. The two together are out of this world, and carrots. So just hand this over here. You people can have that.
Oh, I think.
Oh, I wish I was this tall. Right now, we're going to continue our salute to America's youth, specifically Fernwood's youth, with an ambitious little achiever from right here in the Tri-County area. He has his own lemonade stand, and his parents have let him stay up this late to tell us about his little business. Isn't that cute?
That is, yes.
It's nice to have parents like that that are right with you. Please welcome, Miss Nellie, little Billy Jenkins. Hope you're not too tired. Okay. Just hop up here and sit down. Well, you've done that. That's right. You call me Mr. Gimble. You can call me Barth.
I bet you remember me, too, don't you? Stick 'em up, buckaroos.
Wow! It's Cowboy Willie from the Uncle Funny Pants Show!
That's right. What a memory. Let's say the old buckaroo pledge. Come on, get those hands up there. Barth, your hand's not up there. Okay? All you good old buckaroos, now here's your chance to do just what you want to do with Uncle Funny Pants. Great, you remember. Now you, I'm a good old buckaroo.
love to do what I want to do with Uncle Funny.
Why did we have some time, right?
Why don't we just stuff Uncle Funny Pants, okay? We had some good times, though. I'm sure you can't remember them any more than Jerry can or I can. Let's just get on with this. Bill, how'd you get started in the lemonade business?
Well, a couple of years ago, I didn't have nothing to do one afternoon. So, my mom, she says to me, Billy, we've got a lemon tree in our greenhouse, so I could make some lemonade, and you could sell it on the street.
Sell it on the street. That's how much did you make after that first day?
A whole $1.
A whole $1. I think that's just terrific, isn't it?
Yeah, then my friend, Lumpy Peterson, saw how good I was doing with my lemonade stand. Well, Lumpy doesn't have a lemon tree, and he also doesn't have a mother.
Oh, two handicaps there.
So we decided that we go into business together.
Oh, that's great. So you kind of split the profits 50-50, half for you, half for Lumpy, huh?
Well, no, Mr. Gimble.
Barth. Sorry.
See, since I had all the lemons, I took 3 cents on the nickel for every glass. Well, anyway, pretty soon...
Don't mind them. It's free to get in, and they'll chuckle at anything. And so were you. You're a great little kid. So you took 3 cents on the nickel, and he got 2. Then what happened?
Then all the kids in my school wanted lemonade stands for their very own.
Yeah.
And that's when we made a deal down south and bought the Lemon Grove.
We?
Yeah, that's when my dad quit his job.
Billy, what job did your dad have?
He was an aerospace engineer.
Billy, I think it's great to see a kid and his dad having fun. I'm all for that.
Last fiscal year, we turned $90,000 gross, and the net on that was 75 big ones.
Right, come on now, right in the Tri-County area?
This is a statewide operation, soon to go national. See, our church has been offering franchises across the country.
Okay. I get it. So this is all sponsored by your church. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that? Yeah. That's great. What is your church?
It's the Church of the Divine Lemonade. I'm their leader. That makes this whole thing a tax-exempt, non-profit organization.
Yeah, I know.
It's church.
Listen.
So,
Want a cigarette? Listen. How are you guys doing with the IRS? Aren't they investigating you?
what are they going to do? Throw me in jail? I can't even stay up past 9:30.
Right.
Except my parents let me stay up tonight because it's a special occasion.
Maybe they'd let you stay up late if you went to jail.
We'll be right back after this word.
TV Land's greatest running gags.
I imagine she's very lonesome for Donald. Daniel. Darwin. David.
Another reason to watch Nick at Night brand reruns every night.
Get ready for action. It's the all-new Playmate.
Thank you, Hap. We're back. Surprised? Me too. As you know, there's a growing move in this country today towards natural childbirth. To complete our child theme here, in this country, would you please welcome an expectant couple, George and Sally Krebs. How Hubbard. Mr. Krebs.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to see
Well,
you. Ooh,
you're,
run her down easy there. Oh, boy.
I'm getting sick
We
of
are
your pains.
talking any minute, aren't we? This is really expectant right up there.
That's what's called in the family way.
That's right.
That's right in the way.
Isn't it beautiful, though? It's really beautiful.
I hope so, yeah. Listen, just to be on the safe side, maybe I better go boil some water. Even if we don't need it, I can shave. But, you know, I was just thinking here, we have almost kind of like a Merv Griffin type of theme show with young people.
Yep.
We have Davy here as a kid, and Billy's just a child. Debbie and the girls are just kids, and this couple are about to have a child.
That's right. And don't forget yourself, Chair.
All right.
Mr. and Mrs. Krebs, I'm sure everyone would like to hear about the approach that you've chosen for your upcoming birth.
Well, originally we wanted to use the Fernwood General Hospital, but they don't believe in natural childbirth methods. As a matter of fact, they believe natural childbirth is unnatural.
Oh, no. And, of course, they're, as you pointed out to me backstage, I didn't know this, they're closed for the summer as well.
They're closing for 2 weeks, yeah.
To repaint the whole place, sometimes that green gets kind of dark, and they want to go with that nice lime green that so many hospitals have. It's kind of restful for the eyes. What were the reasons, though, that they denied you besides being closed?
Well, first of all, they didn't want George present in the delivery room, and that's standard in any natural childbirth method.
Of course. That's a good break for you, George. Who wants to be there with all that icky stuff going on, all that screaming? You're better off away from there, huh?
Neither Sally or I would even dream of having our child with me being away.
Well, that's true. It's probably always better to have at least one parent there.
We've altered our plans. We're going to use a new method. It's called the Le Fromage method.
The fromage. Geez, I have to tell you, I don't believe I've ever heard of it.
Well, it's new. It was discovered by André Le Fromage. He studied under Schweitzer at the Schweitzer Hospital.
Ah, the Schweitzer Hospital. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's in the deepest, darkest part of Africa, where, as we all know, which is the hometown of all our American Negroes. And which, of course, it goes without saying, is where Tarzan lived.
Dr. Le Fromage has discovered, after a number of years and experiments, that the Balagiba tribe has the safest and the easiest method that's very safe for both the mother and the child.
Well, it must be. I think statistically there are more black babies born in Africa than white babies. I could be off a little bit on those figures.
You could be off, yes. Just don't hold that against me, okay? Maybe you could find it in you, despite all this digression, to describe this natural childbirth method, le fromage.
You see, it's patterned after the instincts of the tribal women.
I'll be darned.
The woman, when she's about to give birth, will walk off into the field, you see, and the man follows her beating on a drum. And then the woman then squats him down in the field and gives birth. And the man helps her by beating his drum in a sympathetic rhythm pattern to go along with her labor contractions.
Sure.
Let me ask you, how does he know how I sound like Tex Ritter when I put my hand there?
That's all you have, and here we are.
How does the music thing of drums made me think of that? How does he know when to do this?
Oh, well, when she starts screaming. These may sound like screams of pain, but actually it's just the easiest way and the best way to relieve tension and to celebrate the joy of bringing a new life into the world.
Let it all out there.
All that drum beating and wailing, that's probably how Kunta Kinte got captured. Well, you know, he probably thought there was a block party going on and wandered into the field and bang, onto the boat, Leroy. He was ready for a party. He probably had the noisemakers, and before you know it, he was halfway across the Atlantic. Again, I may be historically off.
You're actually, what you're saying, I recall you were saying some things about an hour ago. You're actually going to let your wife go out and squat down and drop her baby in a field?
Hope the kid doesn't land on a beer can.
Jerry?
Try to find a clean field in Fernwood or any place.
Yeah. I've already got the drum for the big event.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm scouting a couple of field locations right now.
Might try center field out at the Mules baseball park. No one ever hits a ball out that far.
The big event is going to happen very soon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Any day now.
George?
What?
Not any day now, honey. Now.
Now? Oh, boy. I haven't got the drum for it. I don't have the feel for it.
We don't have the time for
I knew I should have boiled water.
it. Is there a witch doctor in the audience?
Listen, Happy has a drum. Maybe we could lay out a little artificial grass, make a phony field here.
Anybody speak Balagiba?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Not so fast.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
All right.
How's it?
You time them amongst yourselves.
Would you like some candy or a cigarette?
Listen to that. Can you hear that? That's about all we have time for tonight. The sounds you hear are Mr. and Mrs. Krebs in the process of giving birth as the Balagiba tribe intended to be in the field of beating a drum backstage at
Would
the
we
talk
get a
show.
camera on that? I think it'd be
I don't think that's the best idea. Balagibas really love show business anyway, and you girls were just fabulous. I don't think you can play the piano without you. I want to thank all of you for being on the show. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow night, maybe with a few extra people. Maybe, is it at least one yet? Maybe twins, I don't know.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Dan Alexander as Danny Griffey, Kathy McCullen as Debbie Dunbar, Stacy Stephens as Stacy Dunbar, Charlene Tilton as Ginny Dunbar, Blake Hodgetts as Billy Jenkins, Marcy Barkin as Sally Krebs, and George McDaniel as George Krebs.